Anyhow, this week I will be introducing our amazing words to you. We will be reading about sports and athletes. I assigned 2 stories on getepic.com. One is about Jackie Robinson. Anyhow, read them, take an AR quiz if there is one. If you go to the school website and scroll down, right at the top, there is an AR link. So any books you're reading at home, you can get on and take AR quizzes. I wanted to share that with you. Anyhow, our first amazing word is athlete. An athlete is somebody who uses skill and abilities to do something or to play sports. Act out how you would play baseball. It might be a challenge for some of you. A challenge is a task that can be difficult to do. You have to give lots of effort. Effort is a lot of hard work. It's probably taken a lot of effort for you to sit down and do 2 hours of schoolwork while you are at home learning. And that is Coda, barking in the background. Shortstop, a baseball player who covers the field between second and third base. I want you to draw a picture of a baseball field. I want you to put the bases on it, where the catcher, the pitcher, and then put an X where you would see the shortstop. Professional, a person who is paid for his or her skill and training. My question for you on a professional is, would you rather have a professional cut your hair, or would you rather have your friend cut your hair? Champion, a winner of a game or a competition. Remember, I've always stressed there are ways to be a good winner and a good loser. So we are always champions in our own minds. But anyhow, have you ever been a champion at a game? I believe so. Disguise, when you change your appearance or the way something looks so that it's unrecognizable. In the story I'm about to read, the princesses disguise their bed. So it looks like they're sleeping in it, but they're really not. How would you disguise your bed to make it look like you were in it when you're really not? And my last word is dainty. Dainty is delicate and pretty. Can you show me how a princess may walk that is dainty, delicate and pretty? And then you're going to learn that these princesses might not have a dainty walk. Okay, so then I want you to show me how their walk may look. So the story I'm about to read is called The Princesses Have a Ball by Theresa Bateman. Once upon a time, not so long ago, there were 12 sweet princesses all in a row. Though their dad was short and they were growing tall, and the king remarked, "This won't do at all. Why, to catch a prince you should be petite, dance and walk with grace, and have tiny feet." But they didn't dance as a point of pride, and their dainty step was a healthy stride. Then one morning when the girls took their place, every princess shoe was a pure disgrace. With the satin ripped and the ribbons torn, and the instep stripped and the sole all worn. What goes on at night? What do you girls do that would wear a hole into every shoe? You should be asleep, fussed the king. I say, dreaming of a prince in your wedding day. Princesses should not have their toes in view, so new shoes were bought, they were ruined too. For the next 3 weeks it went on that way, with their shoes worn out each and every day. Now I've had enough, said their dad. I fear there is something strange going on round here. So the puzzled king sent out a decree asking for a key to this mystery. Soon the halls were filled with detectives whose only mission was to explain those shoes. One believed disguise would reveal the truth, but the girls caught on and threw out that sleuth. And another hoped he could track them down, but the girls made friends with his well-trained hound. There were spies and traps, but no clever plot could outwit those girls. They would not be caught. Now a man named Jack, of the cobbler trade, saw the ragged shoes that the king displayed. Jack remarked, "It's strange, but it's clear to me that these shoes were worn out athletically." Jack just had to know how the deed was done, so he crept past guards as the clock struck 1. In the princess's room, he was not surprised to see empty beds that had been disguised. Through the closet door, standing open wide, lay a passageway, so Jack went inside. And then a thump, thump, thump shook the passage walls, and he tiptoed up and saw basketballs. In a basement room, as the night grew short, were a dozen girls on a makeshift court. They made up 2 teams with 2 substitutes, and they ran and passed, and they shouted, "Shoot!" Oh, I went the wrong way again. There's their dad, their princess shoes. When the game was done and the girls were through, there was not a soul left on any shoe. Jack slipped silently out of the way he came, for he knew a way to improve their game. He designed a shoe with a rubber sole and a high-topped edge to stop ankle roll. He put arch supports in the proper places and ditched pink ribbons for sturdy laces. And when the order came for new princess shoes, Jack packed up the ones that he hoped they'd choose. And when he placed the shoes on the palace floor, all the girls went, "Ooh, could you make us more?" And then the youngest said with her eyes aglow, "How did you find out? Tell me, how'd you know?" "I can hold my tongue," Jack replied, "but hey, why not tell your dad? He should see you play." She looked glum. "I doubt he'd give us a chance when he thinks a ball is kind of a dance." Jack just smiled and said, "All you girls are strong. Don't you think it's time that you proved him wrong?" And then she grinned. "Hey girls, let's put on a show." And when they heard her plan, they were all gung-ho. So they asked the king on his royal throne, "Can we plan a ball of our very own?" Then they locked the door to the ballroom tight, and they worked inside morning, noon, and night. And when the day arrived for their special ball, guests were quite surprised when they saw the hall. As they took their seats in their fancy dress, they all looked around for their hostesses. And then a bell rang out, and in short shirts and shorts, princesses appeared up and down the court. They were crisp and clean as they showed their skills, dribbling up and down, running passing drills. And they played a game that the crowd adored as they spun and passed, as they shot and scored. All the people's cheers filled the castle hall. This is something new. It's a basketball. And then the king stepped down from his royal throne, and he said, "My girls, I wish I had known. Even royalty is allowed some fun, and I'm proud of you, each and every one." Now their lives is just as the girls would choose. They all play the game. Jack designs their shoes. Since the referee also needs a pair, there are special shoes for the king to wear. And the princesses get their sleep at night, playing games by day to their heart's delight.